Rap break. Wicka wow wow.
Abysmii, Desperado, children's entertainer.
God damn it.
Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
It's hilarious how much the food pyramid was bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What if there was a pharaoh who lived in the food pyramid and he was made of food, and his name is
Isaac.
Asimov.
Shit, god damn it.
Okay, let's write a story one word each. Go in the order that we read stories. Write a story one word each. Go.
Okay. Well, one word each, or like
one word.
One word. One word.
Once
I
saw
chips
and
they
ate
me.
Period. End of
short
There's
story
your no
one.
story post.
Yeah.
The chips that eat you.
Okay, one more. Okay, this time we're going to write a no-sleep story. That was a no-story story.
Oh boy. Okay. We'll be here for 3 days.
I
Only
Remember
the
times
when
the
women
of
Egypt
displayed
their
food
to
Regis
Philman
of
who
what
we've transitioned to a title. Regis Philbin of who?
Regis Philbin of who? I don't.
What
that's
show
not-
was Regis Philbin on, you fucking psycho?
Oh, of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
god. Alright, well, game over. Jesus Christ,
yeah,
Prince.
okay.
I
no,
thought
we lost
I
it.
thought we were going to do like Regis Philbin of the Balkan region.
Of Who Wants to
Sure.
Be a Millionaire fame is where we would probably have led to that. And then who knows where we would have gone with the story. It would have had
Guys.
action, adventure, romance.
Probably,
Mm-hmm.
but did you know the food pyramid is bullshit?
Why?
Because it's government propaganda designed to get you to drink the milk and eat the bread.
Yep.
Okay. There's worse things the government could do.
Well,
I mean, imagine if the food pyramid had, like, babies and arsenic. Like, there's worse things they could have done, alright?
I mean, never mind the fact that it's pretty much encouraged a shit ton of malnutrition and bad eating habits for generations, but yeah, I suppose it could have included babies too.
And arsenic.
Just include revolvers. It's just like, and remember, once daily as a treat, you may put a gun in your mouth and pull the
Eat
trigger.
a bullet.
Yeah. Bullets are a sometimes food. It's just a little point to the pyramid.
This is the food pyramid if fucking Diane Ward, like, made a song about it.
Goddamn.
It's an essential. It's a great way to get all of your daily lead.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And not just from the wallpaper.
The yellow wallpaper. Am I right?
Hey.
Yellow wallpaper. Back rooms. Stealing the yellow wallpaper's thunder without crediting it in any way. Am I right?
If I was going to make a food pyramid, I would have chips on it. There would
That's
be
it.
fried chicken.
It would be
Okay.
KFC.
This sounds more like just a Venn diagram.
I'm just okay. Here's what you
In
need.
the middle is dipping sauce.
Goddamn it.
We're going to go up the food pyramid. At the bottom, you would have KFC because that's the one you need the most. And then you going up, you would have Popeyes and Churches and all the other chicken places.
What about a religious one? What is it? Chick-fil-A.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A would be a sometimes if you're feeling homophobic.
Chick-fil-A would be at the top of the pyramid, a little small space, and it would have like the Illuminati eye on it, and it would be judging you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So
Do you know
speaking
that
of chickens,
Blue Jays. Is that where you're going?
yes.
Baby Blue Jays.
All right, let's write one more story, one word each. This time we're going to write an SCP entry. Okay, go ahead, DP.
Oh, God.
Class.
White.
God, no. Incorrect. Start over. Class.
Racist.
Hey guys, look, it's the class racist. He's so cool.
Okay, I'll be serious. Go ahead.
Class.
2.
Electric.
Speedo.
Hazard.
Because.
Sharp. It's a Speedo, and it's a hazard, because when you put it on, it's sharp on your pee-pee.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. The Speedo that kills.
Oh, God.
The Speedo that splitzos.
Speedo kills. Hmm.
The nut-splitting Speedo.
The electric nut-splitting Speedo, apparently.
Electric nut-splitting Speedo. Goddamn. Pretty strong.
What the fuck?
Oh, boy. All right, we're reading Baby Blue Jay by Cainmak.
And, by the way, this story, Baby Blue Jay, was written one word at a time between Cainmak, Fang Shui, and Katie.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, precisely.
No.
Warning, a lot of animals having a bad time. Also, a really unpleasant mukbang.
Don't tell me that ahead of time. Now I'm going to be looking out for it.
So, is this
Proof.
just the Nikocado fanfiction, or...?
It's animals on live animals on screen.
Maybe that's what they're going for. Proofread by Feng Shui and Katie. Maybe the story will contain some foie gras.
Oh.
Okay, so this has been proofread by 2 people. If I see one grammatical error, all 3 of you are in trouble.
If I see one grammatical error, 3 people are dead, says Abysmii.
If I see one grammatical error, all of you are going to get a treat from the top of the food pyramid.
I'm going to ghost ride your lives.
Jesus Christ. Abysmii says, if I see one grammatical error, all 3 of you is dead. Uh-oh.
This has proofread by Feng Shui and Katie. Maybe we should put up a disclaimer on this episode. Warning, a lot of violent threats of death and mutilation.
That should be the title.
Mando woke up to the sound of chirping.
Mando?
Let's
Mandu?
retake that. Slimebeast started recording to the sounds of cats chirping.
Yep.
He opened his eyes, curious, only to be met with an orange hue of the outside sun. The chirping sounded like blue jays, but it wasn't the right time for them. Mando.
Later.
Later, you fucking blue jays. Nerds.
I am Mandu. I decide when the baby blue jays come. What the fuck? With a gesture of my hand, I create blue jays.
It's like, yes, we're familiar with, magic dove axe. We know how to do that. And he just keeps producing blue jays out of everywhere.
These are unpleasant. Why didn't you pick doves?
Ladies and gentlemen, pulls out a concealed carry pistol, fires it, a blue jay comes out.
Yeah, there you go.
Mandu, raised from the bed, yawned, did some stretching, and angry, then proceeded to the window. By the time he looked outside, the sky had turned from orange to light blue. It was loud, swerving.
Okay, so can I ruin the story right away?
Yeah.
You guys are not going to be mad?
No.
Alright, so this is about looking at birds out the window, right?
Mhm.
Main character's name is Mandu.
Uh-huh.
Cat Mandu. Main character's a cat.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hide it better.
Well, maybe it's not the author's fault. Maybe it's the fault of the cats that are meowing on the podcast
That could be.
is
That could
putting the cat in your brain.
True.
The chirping.
I think that in my case, it's cat man can't do fucking anything without a cat meowing.
The chirping grew in volume as swarms and swarms of blue jays appeared. They were either sitting on the tree power lines, the ground, or the window, or soaring in the skies in a chaotic dance. Hundreds of bodies brushing against each other, wings swishing in fury, feathers whirling in the wind, crests raised, bills clicking, talons rattling, and dark beady eyes staring in anger at Mandu, the bird destroyer. All of the blue jays, whether still or in motion, were looking at him. Ooh,
because
ominous.
he's a cat.
Because he's a cat, yes, precisely. If that's the twist, I will lose my shit.
I don't think it's a twist, really. Go ahead, Abysmii.
In a fit of panic, Mandu dashed under the bed.
Like
he watched from under the edge of a quilted cover, aware of his racing heartbeat. All he saw was blinking shadows casted on the ground. Should be cast. The noise was unbearable.
Cats.
Should be cats. Cats on the ground.
Cats on the ground. Get your cats on the ground. Everyone around, put your cats on the ground. So there's cats fighting in the music video.
Throw more cats in the pile on the ground. A Primus video.
Take them by the legs and do a little dance. Cats on the ground. Cats on the ground.
Everybody go to your local pound, adopt a cat, and throw it on the ground. What the fuck?
This thing we do where we make
cats on the ground.
This thing we do where we make stupid songs out of shit, like, it's infecting the rest of my life, because I was driving home and I was driving past some, like, rec center or whatever, and it had a sign out that said, "Children drown without a sound," and I just started, like, making rhymes off of it.
Children drown without a sound. Hey, everybody, throw your cats on the ground.
Cats on the ground.
There's a guy just making it rain on a group of, like, 5 cats fighting.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. And everybody go throw your cats on the ground.
Yeah, the song samples Amazing Grace. Yeah, perfect.
And the sound of cats on the ground. Nothing but millions of high-pitched clicks, chucks, whirs, whines, and jeers.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's a lot of slurs.
Whoa! That's a lot of slurs.
You know what?
Millions
You know
of
what I
them.
hate about this neighborhood? This neighborhood used to be a good place. It was a nice, clean, upstanding place, and then all these cliques moved in, and then came the chucks and the whirs. Before you know it, the whines and the jeers are on their porches staring at you.
I was
Holding
at Mar-a-Lago, and millions of high-pitched chucks, whirs, whines, and jeers came in.
Holy
Gotta get
shit.
them out.
Jesus Christ!
They're not sending their best chucks. Holy fuck.
Why does everyone have those?
What would you do? Okay, what would you do if you got like an application for a job? You really, really want the job. It's like your dream job, but when it gets to race, you have the boxes to check, and it says click, chuck, whir, whine, or jeer.
You're like, oh fuck, which one's gonna get me the job? I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
maybe there's a box that says other. There you go. There's your out.
Okay. So you have. Let's back up. You go in for an interview. The interview goes well. They like you, and they're like, "Yeah, we'd like to offer you the job." And then it's your first day, and you go in, and there's a sign you didn't notice before. And on the sign, it's like, "Now hiring." Clicks, chucks, whirs, whines, and jeers need not apply.
Oh, jeez. I thought you were going to say something like equal employment opportunity. Now hiring only clicks, chucks, whirs, whines, or jeers. And you're like, well, which one am I? Wait a minute. I just got the
Shit.
job, so...
You go in there and you're just like, oh, it's so like it's the end of your first work day. It's like so nice to have you around, not like the chucks we used to have in here. And
geez.
don't get me started on the whines.
I think, listen, looks left, looks right. You and I both know. You're one of the good clicks.
Oh god.
Now, forgive me for assuming, but you're a click, but I would assume there's a little bit of thud in there. You maybe half thud.
Rising and falling in indistinguishable patterns, followed by thuds of rebounding small bodies and the whooshing of feathers. This wasn't how birds act. This wasn't how any animal acts.
Mandu felt that he was a cat. Mandu felt the aggression propelling the Blue Jays. They were like an angry mob waiting for him. He receded deeper under the bed until he felt the wall behind him. He was as stiff as a board, arched in a defensive position, ready to run or attack. His ginger hair stood on end. I don't think it's supposed to be a twist. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to pick up it's a cat.
And we know for a fact that Cainmak likes cats. Yeah, that's what it is.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Cainmak is an anagram of I like cats. God damn it.
Shit.
Minutes passed that seemed like hours. Timestamp. Outside, the Blue Jays raised hell. Blue Jays in little biker jackets.
It's Hellraiser. It's like Cenobite Blue Jays.
Cenobite Blue Jays.
Cenoblues. Listen, we don't want these Cenoblues here with the clicks and the whirs. It felt like it would never end. As soon as Mandu was set to face the birds for a second time, a startling silence descended upon him. Okay.
Startling silence here.
Startling silence here for oxymorons.
Mandu waited. 4 minutes passed before he heard something again. Timestamp. It sounded like a big bird song.
It sounded like a big old bird.
Only slower, deeper, and more guttural.
Tweet.
Mandu crouched up to a window, then peeked through the cover once more. The orange sundown had disappeared. This time, it was covered by a giant dark eye. Is there going to be a giant blue jay that eats a cat?
Yes.
That would be cool.
Eat cat.
Oh, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a giant blue jay that eats a cat, and then the cat wakes up, and the owner says, "Oh, you must have been having a dream, Mandu."
Oh.
It's like the cat doing the little jittery dream thing.
Yeah, that's what cats dream of.
Kitty dream.
Should I say it, though?
Sure.
I eat pussy.
God damn it. When Abysmii agreed, he didn't know what you were going to say, okay? None of us would have
But I'm
agreed to
okay
that.
with the outcome.
Okay.
I'm a fan. With a screech, Mando scurried through the open bedroom door. He tried to get to the bathroom on the other side of the hallway, but he couldn't open it. Turning back, he took a glimpse out the window.
He couldn't open it. Why?
Because he had his thumbs removed.
Because he's a cat. Fucking.
He gasped the moment a gargantuan blue jay locked eyes with him. Surprised, Mandu ran to the top of the stairs where he had a clear view of the bird through a pair of windows above the stairwell's landing. It didn't take him long to realize there was something wrong with it. Apart from, it's just a dude in a giant blue jay costume.
What the fuck?
That'd be fucking great. Apart from being
the dude in a giant blue jay costume.
Jesus Christ. Apart from being a 16-foot tall blue monstrosity, it wasn't just one giant blue jay. It was a mass of blue jays, all stitched together like dozens of flies stuck to a glue trap that was hanging on the front porch.
Oh.
Inconsistently connected wings, legs, and beaks left empty gaps in between. The head, made from a ball of wriggling live birds, held a black bill and a pair of giant beady eyes. It was an eerie glow with an eerie glow around them. Despite the gruesomely visceral form, there was something ethereal about the creature.
Biblically accurate blue jay.
Biblically accurate blue jay. Oh my god. Episode title there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I really like the way that all of that is described. Whether or not this is supposed to be a twist, I really like the blue jay monster.
Yeah. One of the monster's wings unfurled, revealing that the other was missing. Wait, okay, so in other words, it's one-winged. The blue jay...
One-winged blue jay!
Oh my god. The blue jay screeched so loudly it shook the house to its foundation, then faded away like mist lifting from the ground at dawn until nothing was left but the darkening sky. Even the scent of death that struck Mandu to the core dissipated. There was a brief moment of silence, which was quickly followed by the sounds typical of a summer evening. Mainly the old man across the street on his porch. I don't want no clicks coming over here.
What's the difference between a click and a big one-legged blue jay?
What?
Strength and numbers.
What?
Strong community ties is what I would say.
God damn it.
Family values.
Family values. I didn't have any follow-up.
Return of Family Values Abysmii.
I'm back.
As my turn?
Yep.
It took Mandu a while before he let out all of the tension. Though thoughts were racing through his head, his heart almost jumped out of his chest. He thought he was going to die. And the truth was that he was prepared to fight, bite, and claw for his life. Okay, this is our note, I guess, is it's really unclear whether there's supposed to be a twist or not.
We'll see by the end, I'm sure. If the end says something like, and he was a cat the whole time, then we know.
With a name like Mandu, we're fairly certain that it's got to be, like, known, right?
It's an animal, yeah.
Because there's not a person named Mando.
Well,
besides
Mandalorian.
the Mandalorian, but that's a race. That's like calling a wur. Like, that's pretty racist.
Jesus
Pretty
Christ.
bad.
DP over here saying filthy Mandos stinking up the galaxy. What the fuck, DP?
I hate Mandalorians.
Whoa. Oh, man. DeLorean.
Now Twi'leks, they can get it. Yet the adversarial...
Twi'leks get the bullet, too? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, precisely.
They get the blaster, too.
They get the... Yet the adversary decided to spare him instead.
Execute Order 44. Sorry, again.
Mandu never considered superstitions before, but something was telling him that the appearance had been a prelude to some greater threat. But why him? Why blue jays? Then he remembered this wasn't the first time he had encountered blue jays that day. With such speed, he dashed down the stairs on all four legs because he is a cat, while his thoughts raced back to the baby. Let's forget about it. Baby blue jays he had caught earlier.
No, we can't continue now. It's just just it now. That's the entire episode now. Is this just every sentence we're going to be doing that? He ran down the stairs to the bottom of the steps, and he nearly tumbled up a dumble, bang, 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 and bang, 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 bang.
I feel bad because this is from someone in our community, and I want to read this story.
Listen, people in our community know that we're shitheads. They're the people we should least worry about offending, because it's like, that we're assholes and we're dicks.
Okay, in our community or not, if people didn't want us to ridicule them, then they shouldn't have written stories.
Exactly. The minute you post something on the internet, that's you signaling to the world that you're a professional author posting a finished work that you believe is the best thing ever written.
If you put the word Brampton in a story, you have to know what you're getting into.
If you write a story and publish it online, you have to know that you have solicited our opinion explicitly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Abysmii's over here like, if you put the word Brampton in a story, I will hunt you down and I will fucking kill you.
I'll fucking kill you, dude. You're dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. My name is Abysmii, I'm gonna get you.
If there was a real place called Brampton, I would want to know if Mr. Bear lives there and how to get there and how to kill Mr. Bear.
And I'm sure glad that Mr. Bear's in there and that he's the sheriff. Anyway.
And I just remembered there's a giant blue jay monster outside, an eldritch abomination of sewn up incorrect pieces of blue jay.
Mm-hmm. Whose turn is it?
I think it's my turn now.
Oh.
It was a misty summer morning, minutes after sunrise. Mandu was already outside, back from his nightly escapade, when he heard a blue jay song in the backyard. He spotted a nest on the nearby oak tree, barely visible among the leaves. It was a difficult climb for him, as the nest was about... As the nest was about 15 feet off the ground, but he made it. When he reached the right branch, he found 4 tiny blue jay chicks perched inside the nest. They were more gray than blue, more fluffy than feathery, and their small round eyes were fixated on Mando.
I'm just picturing Abysmii as like a children's entertainment singer at a concert, sitting there on a stool with a guitar, and there's like all these kids out there, and he's going, 4 little tiny blue jay chicks, pick them from the nest and bite off their heads, and then they're like, oh no, why?
All the little blue jay babies are dead.
They never got a chance to grow up and go to school. Sorry, good.
Bite off their heads, but do not swallow. These are sacrifices for God.
My God demands more baby sacrifices. Takes out gun.
Starts firing at babies.
The guitar cocks guitar is gun.
You can't escape their armed bodyguards. Make sure you can't leave the place.
Didn't you wonder where all your parents went? Why are you here?
All alone.
You were all drugged.
Among the squeaks and chirps.
Didn't you find it odd you woke up in a chair?
Isn't it crazy how there's fire everywhere? And then, like, fire. the outside of the venue is just, like, slowly raising in fire. You're in my hell, my personal hell. You will know my pain of being abused.
Now the cloaked figure's up in the rafters. Overturn the buckets of dead baby blue jays. Everybody scream as they pelt you on the face.
solo.
Guitar solo.
Now let's hear from the crowd. Screams of the crowd. Just terrible sounds of everybody upset. Puts microphone out to crowd as they're screaming.
Bet you never noticed that the stage has legs. Mechanical legs with bladed talons. All the flamethrowers going womp womp womp.
What is this, the thing out of fucking Wild Wild West?
I was thinking that exact thing.
Rap break. Wicka wow wow.
Abysmii, Desperado, children's entertainer.
God damn it. Don't you think all the hot dogs at the concession stands taste weird? They're made out of people.
As you look around, all the other kids are dead. That's right, this show is just for you. No.
This is real and not in your head.
This is real, 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 this is real. Stares harder and harder at the single kid in the
Strumming
audience.
the same chord.
Child wakes up screaming. Like, it's okay, little Timmy. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. And then, like, everything's fine. They calm him down after a while. And then he just goes to school the next day, and it's just like, hey, everybody, today we have a guest singer. He just comes in strumming the guitar.
Fuck.
Hey, little Timmy. Hey, little Timmy. This song
you
is
escaped
specifically for little Timmy.
He doesn't come in strumming the guitar. He's lowered from the ceiling in the stool on ropes.
He's just
Me,
yeah,
miss me. The nightmare from your dreams.
he just comes out of the false ceiling, like he comes out of like the little, drywall things that they have on the floor. They just like one's missing today, and he's just lowered down.
God damn it.
It's like, hey, Miss Beckenthal, I need you to close the blinds. Close the blinds. Nobody can see what happens.
Put down a tarp. Lock the door.
Hey, little Timmy, do you recall the day you were too sick to come to school? That's the day that we had a vote to decide who would get this performance today. Everyone picked you, so I'm sorry you lost.
Before we continue, I'm going to need all of the girls to leave the room. Just the boys. Only the girls leave. Just the boys stay.
Damn it.
Nothing I do rhymes at all.
No longer comfortable with this depiction of me.
You were the one who volunteered to make it Abysmii.
No.
It could have just been weird child star.
All of the girls leave the room, go through that hatch and down the slide. Get ready for a wild ride. Is there a wood chipper at the bottom?
No.
No word of the song.
Is there a wood chipper at the bottom? No, it's a fire. Just a fire.
Maybe
Don't
it's a
mind
wood
the smell
chipper
of
that's on
burning
fire.
flesh.
Sorry, good.
Yeah.
No, good.
Okay.
Kid runs to the principal's office. What's happening? What's happening? The principal is the guy.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't know I could teleport.
They're never going to bring me to court. Sorry. Good.
I was the principal the entire time.
Among the squeaks and chirps, he snatched one of the birds and started climbing down, holding the terrified fledgling in his mouth. He heard the bird's parents cry in the distance, but he was already inside the house, trilling triumphantly. The baby bird tried fighting back, but proved too weak against Mando's paws and sharp teeth. It let out a squeak just as Mando grabbed it and used his legs to break its spine. He paused for a moment to make sure the baby bird was dead. Seeing its talons scratching the floor in an attempt to move its paralyzed upper half, he struck it hard enough that it squealed in pain. When Mandy realized the fledgling was still alive...
Squealed in pain. Squealed in pain.
God damn it.
He bared his teeth...
Now it's time to meet my special friends. They're my two assistants, Squealed and Pain. What?
They're just clones of Timmy, but like yelling in pain and just disfigured and shit.
They're like horribly injured, yeah. They're coming wheeled in on like wooden planks, but there's like nobody pushing them.
One's in a wheelchair, one's on crutches.
No, they descend from the ceiling on either side of Abysmii.
They descend from the ceiling really quickly, like they're dropped on a string, but the strings are like tied around like a foot and an arm, you know, like.
Tossing it across the room with a thud that was unusually loud for such a small body. The blue jay landed on the wooden floor, contorted, eyes fogged in a blind stare. Speak slightly open, and eyes staring blankly at the approaching Mandu.
Its eyes were starring in a new Netflix series. Dead baby blue jay eyes, coming only to Netflix. We have no ideas. Help us.
The baby blue jay died. There. Fucking done with the paragraph.
Mandu proceeded to pluck feathers off the wing. You know what would be a twist? If this isn't a cat. The feathers stuck to his tongue and were difficult. This is just short story 1 again, if it's not a cat. The feathers stuck to his tongue and were difficult to spit off, leaving him with a gagging sensation in his throat. DP, anything?
No. I'm not. Okay.
Easy.
Hot take. I'm not into gagging.
Oh, okay. The fuzzy downs here.
Fuzzy downs here for gagging.
God damn it. The fuzzy downs were even more revolting, like a million tiny hairs inside his mouth. He continued despite the nausea, finally tearing off the wing with a crunch. His teeth managed to reach the soft flesh. In spite of that, his taste buds were bombarded by yet more feathers. He ripped and tore, spitted a few times, should be spat, editors.
Can we get that as a tagline for like a cereal or something? Like sugar bombs, you'll be bombarded with flavor.
Bombarded with feathers.
Fuzzy downs, you'll gag. That's
God damn it. He ripped and tore, spat a few times. What?
No. Okay, they're eating fuzzy downs, and it's a cereal, and like everybody is gagging in the commercial as they're eating it, and it's like, you know, like a woman, like it's like a healthy, balanced breakfast, and she's like in yoga pants, and she's got like the blonde hair up in a ponytail, like she's ready to go out for a jog. She lives an active lifestyle, but she's eating them, and as she's eating them, she's gagging, and she has like her mascara running down her eyes, and it's like super sexual.
Oh God.
Why did you have to? God damn it! You made it sexual. Okay, I was thinking more like it just tasted really bad, but okay.
No, she's like,
fucking hell. Alright. Until the wing was nothing more than a few bones. A few bones here. few bones here for being kind of solid. Sorry. The flesh was delicious, but the feathers made the whole experience tiring and unsatisfying. Annoyed, Mandu left the bloody corpse of the baby jay and decided to check if there was food in the kitchen waiting for him because he was a cat, still hearing the loud, shrill cries of the baby blue jay's parents. There we go.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, my name is Dead Pallet.
We got a lot of the story left.
Oh god damn.
Come on down to the Fleming storage unit.
The ghostly apparition had been missing a wing. Mandu believed it was somehow connected to the dead baby blue jay. Was it mad because it was killed? Do you mind if I eat your wing?
God damn it.
King of Mandu Beach.
God
given
that Beach. What the fuck?
Given that he had eaten numerous mice, shrew, and even rats, none of them had ever returned as ghosts. This made little sense to him. Now there's a bunch of mice in the room, and they got feathers all over the mice.
Mice in the room. Mice in the room. More and more mice. More and more room. The room is expanding. So are the mice. Giant mice in a giant room. Everybody clap your hands. Stop clapping your hands.
This is incredible. On the other hand, he tended to never leave remains. He loved the succulent flavor of the little rodent flesh, as well as the pleasant crunch of their bones. Crunch your classmates' bones in your mouth. Feel a feeling of canned meal. A feeling no canned meal could provide. Fuzzy Downs here for canned Blue Jays.
God damn it.
The Blue
now 100% ghost free.
The chicken of the trees.
Oh, the chicken of the trees. Baby Blue Jay.
Fuck.
I'm lightheaded, guys.
Chicken of the tree is a fucking solid brand.
The baby Blue Jays was the first time he decided not to eat his prey in full. Was this the problem? The fledgling was angry because it was left there, mutilated, waiting to rot. If Mandu wanted to avoid the Blue Jay's spirit, he needed to finish his meal.
Eat your Blue Jay, there are kids starving in Clickistan or whatever.
Oh my god, this is Worceburg. This is literally the floor chicken woman ghost that we described in the floor chicken episode.
Oh no!
It's literally the floor chicken woman ghost. For anybody who hasn't been following the podcast, good luck.
Yeah. No context given. Fuck you.
No, yeah. That's the floor chicken woman ghost. You just start saying gibberish. It's like, oh god.
Come on, kids. Say it with me. Floor chicken woman ghost. Floor chicken woman ghost. Floor chicken woman ghost. A group of identical copies of the floor chicken woman ghost just come sashaying and dancing onto the stage from the sides.
It's just like Fantasia, and they're just like sashaying around the room, and they're just kind of like doing a circling motion as they're sashaying, and they slowly begin circling Timmy's desk.
Oh,
floor chicken woman ghost. Floor chicken woman ghost. Floor chicken woman ghost. Where did they go? Where did they go? There they are. Oh, there they are. Ah.
Think about what you did, little Timmy. You deserve all this.
This is your fault when you think about it.
Maybe not in this life, maybe in a past one. What? No.
Definitely in the next, I'ma haunt your ass.
Damn it.
With newfound determination, Mandu reached the end of the stairs and darted towards the living room where he'd left the Blue Jay. Once he approached the doorway, he gasped in horror. There was no sight of the corpse. The wooden floor was spotless, as if nothing had ever happened. No blood, nor bones, nor feathers. Only a fresh scent of citrus that irritated Mando's nostrils.
Because he was a cat.
It's a cat. Terrified, he began Brampton. He began looking around, using his nose.
Brampton.
He began Bramptoning left and right.
A Brampton stroke. Using his nose to catch a whiff of the chick despite the horrible, zesty stench.
Zesty stench here.
I'm gonna clean your fucking house.
That's the brand of chicken that was on the ground.
Zesty stench.
Chicken. Oh god.
God damn.
I like a 12-piece of zesty stench. Said no one ever. Though faint, his sense of smell pointed outside, behind the shut glass door leading into the backyard. He also picked up another familiar smell. It weighed him down like gravity drawing down a hatchling that had fallen out of its nest. A few moments later, flocks of blue jays started singing again.
Savannah. Next to the
blue
door.
jay is dead.
Okay, Abysmii comes out on stage. Next to the door was a double-hung window with an upper sash slightly slid down. Mandu jumped onto the sill. The glass was smooth and hard to hang onto, but the rails were slightly protruding, serving as a good foothold. Mandu bent his little kitty legs, tippy-tapped a few times to position himself, then leaped up. His rear legs bumped against the rail, but his front paws...
Slimebeast is running out of speed. It's kind of hard to keep up this energy.
Slimebeast is trying not to choke to death. He can't breathe because he's been laughing.
He's got feathers in his mouth.
That's true. His rear... Now, everybody, look under your seats. Feathers, feathers, lots and lots of feathers. What? You all win
feathers. Hey, little Timmy, isn't that weird? Why are you dressed like your mom? You have your mom's clothes on, but they're your size. You have your mom's clothes on, but they're tailored to your body. Little kid body instead of adult mom, but you're wearing her Sunday dress.
God damn it. What's your purse full of? Lots of feathers. Wait, fuck. We're back to feathers. His rear legs bumped...
Dig through the feathers. Dig through the feathers. You might find a little treat. It's fire.
There's a piece of candy in your purse. Carefully unwrap it. Nope, it's fire. This is the secret. I'm trying to teach you, Timmy. Everything is fire. All things are fire. Let your mind expand as you realize this truth. What the fuck? That's so stupid. Oh, fuck. Cainmak. We're not sorry.
No.
We're never sorry. We're sociopaths. Oh, fuck. We just pretend to be sorry because we emulate how other people act.
Oh, shit.
God damn. Alright.
Everybody recompose.
So here's the thing. We know that this is not a twist, because it says Mandu bent his legs, tippy-tapped a few times to position himself, then leaped up. His rear legs bumped against the rail, but his front paws managed to grab the upper panel. Claws sticking into the wood. Well,
here's the issue, though, is Cainmak is Polish, so there's every possibility.
Why is that an issue? Wait a minute. Here's the problem.
Here's the problem. So
what problem is Cainmak here?
It might be that, like, when you have this in Polish, it's like super subtle, and it's just like, but when you translate it into English, like all of the subtext, all of the colorful language just turns into it's a cat.
It's a cat.
All Polish people are secretly cats.
Whew. All right, here we go. Mandu used his back legs to boost himself, ending up through the opening, front outside, back still in the house. The wooden frame creaked below him in disagreement. I'm done. Go ahead.
Remember once upon a time when every time we wanted to make fun of Abysmii, we were like, oh, I'm Abysmii, something blue yeti. Mm-hmm. And now it's just like, I'm a child singing cult leader.
God damn it.
I'm glad my arc is progressing.
Before Mandu could react to the situation, a shadowy form bolted towards him and pecked him in the ear. The pain confused Mandu so much that he fell backwards, but he managed to bury his claws deep into the rails to steady himself. Don't you hate it when the girl buries her nails deep into your rail?
Yeah.
A blue jay flew into the front of his face, followed by another that jabbed him in the cheek with an angry jeer.
I'm helping the Blue Jays. It's a jeer, and he's angry.
Oh, no.
Another attacked him just below the eyeball, and soon Mandu's vision was filled with birds, all that I see imprisoning me. Snarling and fidgeting.
Birds made of fire. Yeah.
The birds are fire because they're up there. They float.
You know what? That is solid logic.
Yeah.
There's nothing that says that a bird should be able to fly. That's what you don't see is up there. They're causing fire under their wings, and the heat differential is causing them to float.
I see.
Filled with birds, all that I see imprisoning me, snarling and fidgeting, Mandu tried to pull himself out of the window before he realized the opening was too small. Because he was a human. The frame was cracking like firewood, and the glass let out a faint creak. He felt his footing tottering to and fro, only for the open window to crash down under him, glass shattering. The force almost knocked Mandu back into the room. He drew himself back against the onslaught of attacking birds, then landed on the ground.
Draw yourself back against the onslaught of attacking birds.
Attacking birds. Birds made of fire. Going into your desk. And then being extinguished.
The end.
One day, too, your fire will go out. And then there will be nothing.
Look around, Timmy. You're at your funeral. Who's in the casket? Why, it's you.
You're on fire. Then landed on the ground, filled with bits of broken glass, which he ignored as he once again faced a monstrous blue jay. How's he going to deal with the MBJ?
Buy blowjob?
At myblowjob.com, you'll learn all about how to do your taxes. Sorry, we let our son pick out the address. He thought it'd be funny.
It kinda is. Business is down.
At
myblowjob.com. Fuck.
Okay. This is such a weird thing. We're on Skype, and Chelsea messages me. I shit you not. I'm not making this up for a bit.
She just messaged you the word "cum." That's it.
I will screen grab this if I need to. Chelsea messaged me and just says, "I had a really bad nightmare."
Oh, damn.
That's eerie.
Freaky.
Okay, respond to her right now and say, was it the one with Abysmii singing really fucked up children's songs?
No, okay, I want you to type word for word what I say right now, okay? Oh my god, comma, babe, period. Babe, comma, it wasn't Abysmii singing about fire, was it, comma, babe, question mark? Sent.
I'm literally typing it out, guys. What's it about?
This is how relationships end.
I had a really bad nightmare, is all she types back. And I'm just like, oh my lord. Let's keep reading.
Okay. The beast let out an array of disturbing sounds, a song of anger and revenge reverberating against the walls of the house, the surrounding forest, and everything else. The mere sight made Mando's hair stand up. Even the moonlight leaking through the gaping holes between birds couldn't compete against the dark glow of the blue jay's eyes. It raised its single wing, large and wraith-like, making it look even bigger than it already was. Mando bolted in the opposite direction, picking up the scent while on the move, and avoiding attacks proved to be challenging. The light trace odor led him to the side of the house. Mando slid to the right, evading a peck on the eye, then took a sharp left turn around the corner. Pulsating wounds created a trail of blood behind him. Here the smell grew stronger. In front of Mando stood a black garbage can, propped against the wall. Even though the lid was closed shut, he could tell it was filled to the brim with trash. Several blue jays nestled on top, cackling at him.
Without much thought, because he was a cat, Mando took a cat leap and landed cat paws first on the lid. His back legs lost balance, and he almost fell down again. Somehow, he managed to dig his claws into the cheap plastic of the handle like he dug his claws into the rail before when he fell, while his back legs and tail dangled in the air. The garbage can tipped slightly, causing the birds to take flight, before swiftly returning to their two editors, folks. Its previous position. Although, maybe it means the garbage can to its position, not the birds to its position. That's probably what it is. Sensing the wrathful blue jays above him, Mando had never felt so helpless. Now, what I want to tell you is this. More birds started coming. In the midst of insufferable cacophony, they pecked and scratched, leaving painful marks on Mando's back. He tried lifting himself, his weight causing the garbage can to tilt sideways. By flexing his front legs and putting all the pressure on his upper body, he managed to outbalance the bin even more. With a squeak of the wheels, the bin fell down, littering the lawn with trash.
Chelsea, how was your dream about Abysmii singing children's songs to little Timmy where birds are on fire and there's feathers in your purse?
It was quite terrifying.
I bet.
I do good work.
I do good work.
Okay, Abysmii. Okay, let's let Elias edit it out. Abysmii, you need to, when Chelsea arrives, you need to say, "Hey there, Chelsea. Welcome to the show." Everything is fire, and here we go.
So to catch you up, we were literally just having a conversation about super surreal nightmares about things being on fire and there's feathers everywhere, and you're dressed in your mom's clothes, but they like fit you perfectly. And then you just messaged me out of nowhere saying you had a nightmare, and we all lose our shit over it.
Yeah, Dead Palette was like, in the middle of recording, Dead Palette says, "Hey, get this, guys. Smelly over here had a bad dream."
Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is such a weird episode.
You're welcome, Cainmak.
Oh, fuck.
This is the Fearfic treatment right here.
Mm-hmm. The Fearfic treatment.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
You're still dreaming. You're in a dream. Everything's not all right.
That's better.
Feel free to scream.
Feel free to scream. You're still in a dream. When you wake up, it's you waking up from another dream in another dream. It's dreams all the way down.
Haven't you ever wondered why Brandon loves arson?
You've been in a coma. You're on fire. We've been burning your toes. Burning your toes. We've been trying to turn your feet into sharp sickles.
What?
Just melting your flesh till it's sharp.
We're gonna make you a velociraptor.
That's our sick fantasy.
You're a velociraptor in a simulation. The simulation is overheating. You're catching on fire.
This isn't a joke. Why are you laughing? Get out now. The machine is crashing.
You are okay, and you may return to sleep, Chelsea.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. You may sleep now, Chelsea. Oh, okay. It's a
You are
grim
going to
window
sleep.
into the relationship.
You are leaving the call.
You are allowed to sleep. Fuck.
Chelsea does sleep. Oh my god, are we at Mando?
Yeah. One of many.
Mando ended up falling into the garbage can, which was shot by the anti-garbage can man.
Mm-hmm.
For the moment...
Oh, I'm the anti-garbage can man, and I hate garbage cans! Sorry.
For the moment, he blacked out. All that I could see as silence overtook him. It was comforting. Peace, however, was out of reach for now. Mando regained consciousness shortly after, feeling the weight of the bin Laden dumping out of the boat and the rotting odor of the trash behind him. The silence, on the other hand, remained. At some point, the madness had stopped.
I would love that if that was what they said, was, we caught Bin Laden alive, but wouldn't you know it, he jumped off the boat in the middle of the ocean. Oh well.
Ah, shoot.
He got away.
He jumps off the boat and he says what Killmonger says at the end of Black Panther.
Arg, I'm dying?
Yep, that's what it is. Mando, bruised and confused, somehow managed to crawl out from under the garbage can. He looked up to see dozens and dozens of birds around him. None of them were flying. Instead, they were perched on the ground or the tree limbs. Above them, like a black mountain, stood the giant blue jay. Mando, who felt all the eyes on him, suddenly found the silence unbearable. We haven't really discussed much what's actually happening in terms of the story. Now that we know this isn't a twist, I'm pretty goddamn impressed by this story, and that's not just because she's a friend and author in the community or anything. I think it's just because we as a community attract people, authors that we like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, this is, I think, stolen from a sci-fi original movie, Mega Cat versus Gargantuan Jay. I don't know. There's something there. Right? There's something there, right?
I like the story. I like
Giganto Jay.
It's a refreshing take.
Jake
refreshing
Gundo.
Perspective. Jake
Paul.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. Mega Cat
Paul.
versus Jake Paul.
Well, no, it'd have to be Logan Paul because he's the one that tortures animals.
Let's be honest, don't they all?
Well, he shocked a dead rat, which isn't an alive animal, but still wasn't good. And that was the first video back after the suicide forest. Everyone was like, "Dude."
Well, after the suicide forest thing, to be fair, everybody was saying that if he did another video, he would just be, tasing a dead rat at that point. So he just went with it,
Well, if it was Jake Paul tasing the rat, I would just say the rat took a dive.
God damn.
Damn.
Whose turn is it to read?
Mine. Mando. Wait, no. Did you write that? Bruised and confused. Where did we leave off?
He lowered his eyes. He looked at the trash.
Oh my god. He lowered his eyes to take a look at the trash. Among the rotten food, used tissues, used condoms, used tissue condoms, and empty containers, there was the body of the baby blue jay. His sense of smell...
Because they're
cats
cats.
don't use condoms.
Can we get a t-shirt of Abysmii's face with cats don't use condoms?
Angrily staring, arms crossed. Cats don't use condoms.
That's right. He's got cat ears.
Changed my mind.
Abysmii has cat ears on his head as he's doing this.
I'm just saying that it's the promiscuous lifestyle of the cats that are causing all of their problems.
What about cat on cat fucking? His sense of smell confirmed it was the same chick. It was in even worse shape than before.
How would
Not only
it be
did the body.
Okay, never mind. Good.
Whatever. Not only did the body twist into more bizarre positions, but the torn-up insides were now infected with maggots. The sight was nauseating. Mandu felt his gullet tightening in disgust as he barely stopped himself from hurling. He flinched the moment.
Wait. Would a cat be sick from maggots, really? I think a cat would probably eat maggots or play with them.
Well, okay, so I think that we are supposed to be getting a surreal thing because the cat is very anthropomorphized. It's a very human cat. I don't think this is... I think that we saw, hey, this is a person in our community, therefore it's supposed to be like an ashcan story. I think this is supposed to be like a surreal story. I don't think it's supposed to be realistic at all.
No, this is entirely realistic. I want to be able to look out my window right now and see a giant bird monstrosity.
If there was a giant bird monstrosity, I would want to know how many maggots are in it.
All right, so me?
Yeah.
He flinched the moment the birds started singing again. Hey, we're the birds, and you're gonna eat a bird.
Gonna eat a mag-filled bird.
And surprise, the garbage is fire.
When you bite into the maggots, they explode in fire.
Instead of enraged cries, he was met with synchronized, high-pitched clicking. The blue jays seemed excited, and Mandu realized they were firing him up. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! The giant blue jay remained still, its never-blinking eyes burning through Mandu's soul. Mandu slowly approached the corpse, took a whiff, then felt his face crease. Crease-face. He became Crease-face. He was frantic to get away from this maggot-infested body, but realizing he had no choice, he took a few long breaths to calm himself down. The end. His mouth felt dry, his knees weak, arms heavy. Vomit on his sweater already, baby blue jay. So he licked it despite the stiffness of his tongue. He licked it. After that, he leaned over the baby blue jay and sunk his teeth into its flesh.
The flesh sinker. Abysmii blue screamed of death, and we're just going to have to live with that. We're going to polish off this episode.
Honestly, who fucking cares?
That's just what he keeps doing. He's like, oh, my computer crashed, my car crashed.
He does this thing where he's like, hey guys, my computer crashed. You guys want me back, right? And we're supposed to beg and plead. Oh, there he is. Fucker.
Oh, shut up.
Abysmii will go to sleep. Abysmii goes to sleep.
Abysmii's computer crashes randomly. Not really.
Chelsea's going to have sweet dreams. Abysmii's going to have sweet dreams. They're both going to sleep. Sleep. Sleep.
Oh, all right,
they're going to be in the same damn dream. Fire everywhere. Listen to them scream.
Don't wake up. You're not allowed to wake up. If you die in the dream, you die in real life. The first response was to let go.
I like the idea of... I know we keep interrupting this a lot, but I like the idea of the song really breaking down as he goes on. And he's like, I've still got control of this situation. It's all in my hands. I can keep control. I'm not going to let it out. Not going to let it out. Keep it all back. Fire everywhere. Hey, remember the fire? That helps keep it away.
What is it? You don't want to know. You don't want to know, but just be careful. If you see any feathers, oh, you're covered in feathers. Oh, that's not good.
God damn it.
But Mando persists, gnawing on what he felt like was gunk. There's gunk in the feathers. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no, we're in serious trouble. I'm losing control. I'm going to be honest with you, folks.
Why are you dressed like your mom? I'll be honest, that's never happened before. I don't know what to do. We're outside the realm of my experience.
Why do I recognize your mom's clothes?
God damn it.
I am your mom. I've been your mom the whole time. His muscles tensed even more as his gag reflex kicked into full force, moving his jaw. Felt like pushing a boulder up a hill. He chewed and chewed, the stringy, pulpy, sticking to his palate and teeth.
His dead palate.
Wrong palate. It was too big to swallow.
That's what I think every episode. Wrong palate. Oh well.
It can't be the wrong palate. It was too big to swallow.
God damn it.
Blah, 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 penis.
All right, let's get through this. We got a lot
In
left.
fact, it seemed like it grew in size.
God damn it.
With each bite, oof.
Don't get sidetracked, okay?
Yeah, this is not the time to get sidetracked.
Mm-mm.
His mind became blurry, and the chirping turned into barely audible howls behind the walls of fog. Walls of fog, with tears in his eye. Mandu swallowed the disgusting mass into his stomach, churned. He knew he didn't start.
He knew he didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
Didn't start eating faster. He'd throw up.
He took another bite, the piece easily tearing from the body. As he chewed intently on the watery mush, his brain desperately fought with his stomach. The taste reminded Mandu of the time he'd fallen into an unkempt water canal. The memory of his mouth filling with sewage made his throat even tighter. As his mind snapped back into focus, oop, there goes gravity, the feathers also returned. This time they were dry, crusty, covered in what smelled like sour milk and cigarette ash. Mandu didn't have time to spit them out, and even if he did, he would instinctively throw up everything else in his mouth. The feathers were impossible to chew on, so he had to swallow them whole. As if to get back at him, they stuck to his tongue, and not even his saliva could get them off. Mandu cried.
Oh.
After minutes of struggling, he finally managed to push the feathers down his throat. The birds were chanting jeers, oh no, and cheers, oh no, as he ate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Under what circumstances would you lower yourself to referring to a woman as an unkempt water canal?
Well, I will now.
Listen here, you fucking unkempt water canal. You water canal, you. On the third bite.
That's why you got to keep some of those like sick, really harsh burns in your pocket like that. Because if you whip that out and it just sounds like you improvised it, then your charisma points go up.
Mm-hmm. That's true. On the third bite, he selected a piece with maggots. The creatures wriggled on his tongue as he bit them one by one, and they exploded in fire. They were crunchy. Wait, would they be even palatable? But Mandu's throat treated them like intruders and pushed them away. Mandu fought back. He started chewing faster to confuse his stomach. This worked.
The mouth intruder.
Oh, the Aha, Batman! The one place you didn't think to wear armor. This. They say that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, Batman. This worked only temporarily, but by that time, the maggots were already down his esophagus. Hey, we started talking about pyramids, now we have an esophagus.
It was all that was left was the head. Normally, that's the first part to go in.
Interesting.
Penis. Mando stared into the dead eyes of the baby blue jay for a few seconds before a wave of nausea reminded him to hurry up. He was like, man, if I don't eat all of this right now, that's going to be super embarrassing. Mm-hmm. He started slowly, gently rotating the head in his mouth with his tongue. Oh, my lord, guys. Okay. The flesh had almost... You got to get that fall off the bone, blue jay flesh. The flesh had almost fallen off, and the texture of the skull was clearly palpable. Okay, not palatable. Mando raised his lower jaw, crushing the tiny head with his teeth. The eyes, like egg yolks, melted on his tongue, filling his mouth with the revolting pus. He chewed and chewed, breaking apart the beak, the cranium, and removing the tissue until it all became a disgusting blob. With barely any strength left, Mando swallowed the head, only to collapse from exhaustion. There's one more paragraph left.
Well, I just
really
want to say, there is a typo here. I have to point it out. It actually says that his mouth was filled with a revolting puss.
It does say that.
Boy, if I had a nickel, you unkempt water canal, you.
Abysmii, finish us.
I'm at it was. No. Where am I?
I don't know.
The end. It was.
Yeah, okay, cool. It was then that the clicking became intense. A song of a million voices filled his brain. It hurt. Mandu cried in pain as the birds continued their performance, seemingly raising the volume more with every second. Then came the crescendo. You already described the crescendo. The giant blue jay squawked, and the returning echo hit Mandu's ears like a thunderclap over and over again. Just when he thought he was going to die from overstimulation, the blue jays suddenly stopped. Yep. The unexpected silence seemed as painful as the noise, but for the first time in a while, Mandu felt calm. He opened his eyes to notice he was alone. The blue jays had disappeared, including the giant monster. The air was brisk and without any deadly heaviness. It was over. Mandu had finished his task. Sickness, however, turned out to be stronger than pride. Feeling his insides constricting in protest, Mandu laid his head on an empty pack of cigarettes, tired and satisfied.
Just like Abysmii.
Well, I'm tired.
And resting your head on an empty pack of cigarettes.
Oh, I'm a smoker now, too?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, do you mind if I fucking light a cigarette when I keep on the sun? He's just got a loop playing the...
Someone get me a cigarette.
Never start smoking. It's a terrible habit. That's the stuff.
Everybody needs a vice.
Mm-hmm.
Needs a vice. Needs a vice.
Hey, don't look now. Your head's in a vice. All right. So what do we think about Baby Blue Jay by Cainmak?
Jesus Christ.
I liked it.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
I thought it was kind of like repetitious, but yeah.
I think part of it was us, and then yes, it is repetitious to some degree. I'm trying to think how you could pace it better, but I think I'm not smart enough to like articulate how to pace it better. If I had some time to think about it, I think we could pace it better. But our mind is wiped. Our minds are wiped.
Part of it is us. Part of it is you. Now what the fuck are you gonna do? We don't really know. That's the end of the show.
Fuck up.
Fuck off.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
In any city, in any shire or province, go to any lost and found or police station you can make your way to and ask for the holders of the lost keys. If a look of bewilderment should come across the person therein, speak more sternly and ask, "Seriously, dude, where are my keys? I've been looking for the keys for forever. I've been using the backup keys for the Ford Focus, but I need the normal key ring. It has the keys to the closet safe, and our passports are in there. We're literally going on a vacation to a Jamaican cruise tomorrow. Literally tomorrow." If the person manning the desk says, "We haven't gotten any keys recently," raise your voice and ask, nay, demand, "Hey, could you please check again?" If they reassure you that they'll let you know if anything comes in, but they have nothing for you at this time, you'll feel an intense pressure emotionally crush you as you fall to the floor in tears. You'll feel an overwhelming need to drama dump your life story to this stranger. Resist explaining how you cheated on your spouse with someone who wasn't even hot that you met online and is destroying your family, but it was almost 3 years ago, and this Jamaican cruise was a chance to rekindle the romance in your marriage. Your spouse doesn't even know that the keys are missing yet. You're such a mess. You're such a mess. You're such a mess. If you failed to keep all of your feelings bottled up, the person at the desk will warp into a visage of your life partner, and you'll be doomed to the horrors of an unhappy marriage. If you keep calm, however, you'll be gifted a cock ring from the person at the desk. This is Object 69 and over 9,000. It won't get you to Jamaica, but it will keep you hard in a failing marriage.
Hey, what do you hate?
Babies. I hate the color blue. I hate the letter J.
There's a baby story.
This is a story for baby.
Start recording now, pronto.
No.
Damn it.
I already started recording.
Okay, good. Are you excited to read a story from somebody in the community?
No.
Baby.
We do that like almost every episode of the fuck.
Do we?
No, well, we really don't. We should do more.
We should do more.
We should
People,
do more.
Get right. The good stuff.
Do we not do enough for you guys out there in the world, in the ether?
It's enough that we're doing this for free until we hit 1,000 subscribers and can monetize. But
It's
Will
true.
never happen.
You're not wrong. Let's do a cold open. Did Romeo get a stinky finger?
okay, let's do a different cold open. Anything else?
Any other cold opens?
Okay, so your question is, did Romeo finger Juliet?
Specifically in the bum, but yes.
Guys, have you ever seen pornography where
Yes.
your only
Yes.
takeaway? Now, listen now, guys. I know the answer to that. You couple of fucking degenerates, all right? Have you ever seen pornography where your only takeaway at the end is, God, that guy's hands must stink?
No.
No.
I mean, at that point, it kind of depends on the partners, doesn't it? Unless he's...
Well, I mean,
getting
have
up-
you ever just watched something where you're like, at the end of it, you're like, okay, you know what? I hope these people are washing their hands.
Well, what you do see is the vagina to butt to vagina, and you're just like, no.
The VBV.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a trip. Don't do that, folks.
What about the VBVBV where there's 2 V's and 3 B's?
Wait, what? How many people are in this situation?
It's 12.
People around the world,
So what's our real cold
join
open?
hands. Get some stinky hands. Some stinky hands.
God damn.
Okay. If that's not a good enough cold open for us, maybe we should get some dead air, and then I'll have a real cold open for us.
You're just going to repeat the same thing, aren't you?
No.
Did
no.
Romeo finger Juliet's asshole?
No, that's ridiculous.
Did Juliet
I mean, he
finger
did.
Romeo's asshole?
In my headcanon, that
I see.
both of those things happened. But let's get some dead air.
But soft, what light through yonder butthole breaks?
It is that ass.
It is Juliet, and my finger is the plane.
Ghost ride the finger.
They were 14.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
God damn it, Bryn.
I thought they were adults.
Nope. Nope. Early
Can we-
medieval fucking Italy, dude.
Double. Take Creepypasta's apology, cut out a little section of it, and just dub over DP saying, I thought they were adults. And that's the entire video and upload it.
I thought they were adults.
Oh, God damn.
Dead air now. Fuck. Jesus Christ.